YouTube, Danny Staten here. On the Daily Dan blog, wishing everybody a happy Halloween. We got like a week left to Halloween. I'm whooping out the really cool Halloween edition comic books. I'm going to show y'all some good stuff. That's right, YouTube. The Daily Dan's idea of good stuff and Halloween is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. And today I'm taking a look at Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, number 8 from 2019. One of Dynamite's classic comic book characters is Dynamite. Is the only one with the nuts enough to throw out Elvira comic books. Hey, Thrash Pondo Ponds, would Elvira save us too? I have to say, I'm trying to do comic books to make fun of, and it's really hard to do that when you have such great covers like this one. You know, when I think of covers I want to hang on my wall, I always think of Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. I got quite a few of them I've already done. Quite a few Elvira, Mistress of the Dark comic books. And you can find full reviews for these comics I've already gotten to here on the Daily Dan blog. And then you can find out what happens next after the comic I'm doing today. So without wasting much more time, I guess I'm gonna bust her open. It's shiny, it's glossy, but at least they didn't waste the inside cover of this comic book. They've got a really cool Elvira drawing, a little information about what's going on, a little glare. So in the very first pages of this really cool comic book, we already start with Elvira on a trip to hell. She's going down to hell to recruit Satan, to recruit the devil. Her and Macfisto over here and Michael Marone have went to hell to try to get the devil to come and appear. Walk, walk, walk in Elvira's Halloween special. And full panels brought to you by the Daily Dan blog. Elvira and Michael Marone, they head down to hell to have a conversation with the great Satan himself. He's disgusting. Speaking of disgusting, greetings, Michael Marone, and welcome to this comic book. You know, I really like the art in this old, wonderful, wonderful Elvira comic book, but I'm not fond of the new, shiny, glossy pages. I like the old comic book look, the ones that don't shine me up and blind me while I'm trying to do a comic book review. Well, anyway, Elvira is trying to convince the great Satan to come be on her Halloween special. But great Satan's too busy chewing on some Palestinians. He's having him some slim jihads? Slim Jims? I don't know. Really, I just ought to start over after that remark. But anyway, the great Satan's chewing on some terrorists over here. He's eating them all up while Elvira pleads her case. Elvira figures she's going to need some help. And all of a sudden, out of the darkness, yikes. It's like if Hank Hill got the Popeye juice. This is Hank Hill on steroids. It's an alternate universe. And because it's a Dynamite comic, boy, you know, right there, you're going to get some commercials up in this bad boy. We're going to get a commercial for The Vengeance of Vampirella. Another comic book that will be featured on the Daily Dan blog one day. I had a really good Elvira comic book video up once. Had a real good review. It was awesome. You can read this if you want to, Marone. But of course it got taken down and I got a copyright strike for showing a naked cartoon ass. Oh, God. And so we're going to kill this comic book with the great debate. The great debate between Michael Marone, Hank Hill, the great Macfisto, and the judge guy from a Charlton Heston movie. Is that Matthias? It's that guy from the Omega Man. The judge guys. I bet Thrash Pondo Ponds would know his name. Mathalan. Anyway, the Omega Man judge done showed up and he's got to hear the case. He's going to make the decision. Why? Who knows? So in a twist that only Mephisto saw coming, the great Satan takes on his human form down to the size of a mere mortal man, looking like he come from a comedy devil movie. What? I bet Elvira's loving this. He's going to fit right in on the show if he keeps that look up. Yeah. No, it's going to be a real fun Halloween special as Elvira pleads her case to try to talk old Devil into coming up there and doing the Halloween special. Devil is deciding that he don't really want to be a part of it as goof. Okay, this is the kind of stuff I hate in comic books. This goof, who has not been in the comic book so far, and we don't know his name, is watching Elvira do her little TV show, do her little hostess with the mostest. But what the heck? Who is he? Why is he all of a sudden in the comic book? Take a guess, because they didn't tell you. Elvira explains that, I guess in the comic book before this, she was doing battle with the undead Prince Dracula. Yeah, Dracula gonna show up in this comic book. When she found out his casket was a time-traveling device, much like that there Doctor Who's phone box, apparently. Oh, God. It was given this power by this guy, the great Mephisto. The devil is unhappy with Dracula and his time-traveling ability. As Elvira remembers her and Lucy going one-on-one with Dracula. You can see that comic book review up here on the Danny Dan blog and one of my other Elvira comic book reviews. As Elvira, the devil, Mephisto, and Michael Marone take counsel, take meeting about Dracula's escape and what they will do about Dracula's escape. Dracula's escape takes precedence over everything. And the devil still ain't gonna be on your stupid TV show, Elvira. Elvira and Marone are in shock. Well, I have to admit, this comic book has a couple of things I really like in it. I love the art, and I kind of like the story a little bit. Check it out. The devil has transitioned into the WWE Hulk Hogan version of Satan. I think Elvira might like this new look a little bit as she rolls her eyes like Daddy Dan does. There's so many things in this comic book. Elvira's still presenting her case, and the devil is still unamused with her. Can you believe it? Hell froze over. Hell froze over. That must be a hint for me to do some shout-outs. Let me start with my friend Bigfoot, Michigan Rob. His new books are out, True Cryptid Encounters. I've got book 1 last year, and this now book 2 come out. Be sure to check out True Cryptid Encounters, book 2. Out now, just in time for Halloween. You know, I wouldn't be Danny Dan if I didn't give a few shout-outs in my video, and I'm going to do it real quick. Let me give a special shout-out to Dave Sunstorm and his brother Steven Sunstorm. You know, the Good Stuff Brothers here on YouTube. I always check them guys out. Thrash Pondo Ponds, because he saved every one of us. You can find him here on YouTube, and you'll probably see some of his videos in my community post. And, of course, the great Pat McCormick at the Golden Rage of TV right here on YouTube, one of my favorite channels. And to throw out a couple of other guys you ought to check out, BK on the Air, Big Guys 45, my friend Corey over at Corey's Comedy Channel. My flock is everywhere, Sarah. You know, we love that girl. The Nostalgic Pod Blast with my friend Chance. Retro Nerd Girl, Brainbenders Banners, Chrissy. Be sure to check out Brainbenders Banners. You can see me over there on a Saturday night. AAP Homestead. AAP for life. For life. The Unapologetic Geek and Harold the Hatter with a special shout out to my friend Eric Woods, Gypsy Road. We miss you, brother. Now, back to the review. That's right, hell done froze over. Satan is perplexed. Elvira can't believe it. Marone is astonished. The great Mephisto shows his incredible power. The great Mephisto froze hell over. So, Mr. Satan, says Mephisto, if you want hell to be unfroze over, somebody must do a TV special. Happy Halloween. Walk, walk, walk. Oh, God. And suddenly Dracula in his very, really cool Batman comic book outfit shows up. And notice he entered through a stage door to the right because it's happening on a stage. But don't be fearful. Elvira does not feel the punk, does not feel no fear towards the busted monster, the Prince of Darkness, Dracula. Because for all his gore and all his scary effects to Elvira, Dracula is just some kind of punk vampire. She walks past him with a wink, gives him the old hand up, like, whoa, and walks out the stage door. And she walked out the stage door. Oh, God. Anyway, dare to be dynamite. Check out Black Terror. Black Terror coming out in 2019, or it might already be out. And a really cool commercial for Chastity. Whatever Chastity was, story of my life. I miss Chastity. Well, good God. She went through that little stage door, and where did it lead? It led to the fields of Europa. That's right, it led to a beautiful mountain valley with flowers and hills where the sound of music comes alive. She feels like singing. How did this happen? Oh, good gravy. And as she looks around, what does she see? But a fairy dragon from another planet. Yep, it's nice. It's a fairy dragon from another planet. It's an alien sent here to save us all. No, I don't know. It's just divine or something because it's an Elvira comic book, and why wouldn't it have fairy godmother divine granting her some wishes? I just want to throw up now. And with a whoosh and a flash, and all of a suddenly, just like that, Elvira, with her sore booty, finds herself back at the studio. What the hell? How can I be back at the studio just like that in a flash? Elvira finds herself back in the studio, preparing to do her special, where she finds a fake Elvira who just showed up out of the blue to get thrown in a box and disappear all of a sudden because we can have two Elviras and reflection ghost Elvira who had been taking her place while she was away in another universe, which they didn't explain in this comic book. And with all being well, she arrives back on the set where the production manager says Dracula's teeth have been fixed and we're ready to start shooting. And the next episode, Vroom Vroom Vroom, The Witches. Oh, you can already probably see that review up here on YouTube now. I have to admit, the story was kind of horrible, at the end there. But the art was awesome, right? Who am I kidding? That story was a dismal nightmare, but at least we got to see some hot Elvira art, and that's about the only thing good I got to say about it. You can read this if you want to. Marone is the Black Terror. And you can check out the art of Lucio Perillo. That's right, the incredible art of Lucio. Featured on comic book covers like Vampirella, who I just love. Vampirella. I think Vampirella is one of my favorite comic book characters. I can't imagine why, but she is. Here's some crap I never heard of called Drawing Blood. It's by Kevin Eastman, so it might be pretty good. And then you got, what the heck, Radically Rearranged Rowan Ragdolls. Oh, God, that just looks like a printed toilet paper. The great Johnny Quest is back in a new series of comic books back in 2019. Hey, you can see me review a Johnny Quest comic book here on the Daily Dan blog. I've done one of these before, I think. Save the day. Stay at a Red Roof Inn. You know what? Red Roof? Because Red Roof Inn has their own superheroes to protect you while you're there. Because Red Roof Inns are located in some of the highest crime areas in our country. And then we're going to get a bunch of little ads for Elvira comic books that I probably already have somewhere. Oh, I want that one so I can review it next time. Well, I guess that's the way they're going to finish out the cover. I didn't know about the Elvira Frankenstein cover. I even got that little Frankenstein mask. That would have been a real good one if I'd have come up with that one. But I could not find it. There's quite a few of these Elvira comics I hadn't got. Matter of fact, I've reviewed every Elvira comic book I own except for this one, and now I've done it. I'll have to buy some new Elvira comic books for next year. Hey, check this out. Everything Dynamite on the back page, including all the people we can write letters and blame for this dismal piece of shit. And they didn't waste the back cover. They presented Stan Lee's alliances. And I've never heard of this. I have no clue what Stan Lee's alliances are. I'm going to have to Google that just to figure it out. That's my look at Elvira, number 8 from 2019. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Elvira meets Satan. Elvira looking hot. Great comic book art. Stuff that's going to look good on the wall. Horrible story. Bad writing. But the art more than makes up for it. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that stupid little bell. And I'll be back next week with the last comic before Halloween. I think I should do something special. I just don't know what I should do.